Ayanna Jury Saint Clair -34. Principal architect at the hottest black-owned firm in the South Marcellus, Mark St. Clair, 37. Newly promoted SVP at Apex Capital Ventures. Thinks he's untouchable. Claney Brooks -24. Senior executive assistant who just wants to learn the business. Lysandra Ly Duval -34. Ayanna's sorority sister turned cutthroat family law partner Daddy and Mama St. Clair. Savannah Old Money. Still pretending it's 1970 for Auntie Valerie. Ayanna's aunt, retired Delta captain. Keeps receipts and frequent flyer miles for Revenged Buckhead Brunch Group Chat. 47 members. Zero Chill for Day. October 17th to 7:03 p.m. Pinnacle Residences. 48th floor. Peachtree and Lennox condo smelled like money and betrayal wrapped in thyme. Mark was at the Wolf Range in the custom Brioni apron I bought him in Milan, slow stirring a pot of oxtails that had been marinating since Wednesday. Old school. R&B floated from the Sonos music Soulchild telling somebody they taught him how to love. I was on the velvet sectional, in silk pajamas and a $900 bonnet. Scrolling renderings for the new Black Arts Museum, when his phone lit up on the ottoman like it had something to say. Daddy, I'm outside your building. Can I come up for 5 minutes? I left something in your office, and I miss your face. I stared at those words so long the screen went black. Mark turned around with that dimpled grin that used to make my stomach flip. You good, baby? You look like you just saw the devil. I smiled, real slow, the kind of smile that makes men nervous. I'm perfect, baby. Come taste your gravy. He walked over, kissed my forehead, and dipped the spoon in my mouth like nothing in the world was wrong. That's when I knew it was over. I waited until he went back to the island to chop the last of the parsley. Then I picked up the phone. Code still our wedding. Date the 8th of October 2019. I opened the thread. 3 months of filth. Hotel receipts at the Whitley at 2 p.m. on client lunch days. Mirror selfies of Kylani in La Perla that definitely wasn't bought on an assistant's salary. Voice notes of her moaning his name like it belonged to her. And the last message. 6:58 p.m. tonight. I wore the red set you like. I'm in the lobby. Security knows me now. I didn't scream. I didn't cry. I typed. Come up. Doors unlocked. Wife's in Savannah for the weekend. Sent. Screenshot. Airdrop to myself. Delete thread. Place phone exactly back where it was. Mark turned around again. Baby, set the table. These oxtails are singing. I stood up, walked to the wine fridge, and pulled out a 2016 Opus 1i. Been saving for our 10th anniversary. Tonight felt like the right night. 7:19 p.m. The doorbell rang. Mark froze mid-stir. Who the hell? I cut him off with a smile sweet enough to rot teeth. I got it, baby. Finish your masterpiece. I walked to the door in my slippers like I was going to collect a DoorDash. Opened it. Kylani stood there in a trench coat that was doing the Lord's work. Red bottoms, fresh sewn swinging to her ass. Clutching a little gift bag like it was about to save her life. The second she saw me, the smile died. Ayanna Mrs. St. Clair, I must have the wrong. I stepped aside. No, ma'am. You have exactly the right condo. Come in. Shoes off at the door, please. Marbles new. She walked in like she was stepping on hot coals. Mark turned around. The wooden spoon fell out his hand and clattered on the calacata like a gunshot. Kylani's mouth opened and closed like a goldfish. Mark found his voice first. Baby, this isn't. I raised one finger. Marcellus, have a seat. Dinner's almost ready, and we have a guest. I closed the door, locked it, double-bolted it. Then I turned to Kylani. Coat. She clutched it tighter. I smiled whiter. Coat. Kylani. She let it slide off her shoulders. Red lace teddy. The one from the selfies. Mark looked like he was about to throw up oxtail gravy. I hung the coat in the closet next to my fur. Neat as you please. Then I walked to the dining table, pulled out a chair at the head, and gestured. Kylie, sit. Mark, you too. Right there next to your executive assistant. They sat like children sent to the principal. I poured 3 glasses of the Opus one, pushed one to each of them, raised mine to truth and to consequences. Mark tried again. Ayanna, I swear on my mama. I sipped. Let the silence stretch until it snapped. Then I placed Mark's phone in the center of the table like it was the Thanksgiving turkey. Screen open to the thread I had just restored from his iCloud backup. Every message, every photo, every I love you more voice note. Kylie started crying. Quiet, ugly tears that ruined her FENTY. Mark just stared at the phone like it was a bomb. I leaned back. So, y'all hungry? I stood up, walked to the kitchen, and carried the entire Le Creuset to the table, set it down with a thud. Then I took the lid off. The smell hit them both like a brick. I picked up the ladle, served Kylie first. A big, heaping portion right on the gold-rimmed charger. Then Mark. Then myself. I sat, picked up my fork, tasted. Mark spent all afternoon on this. Said he wanted to do something special for me. Kylie was shaking so hard the fork rattled against the plate. Mark wasn't moving. I took a bite, closed. My eyes like I was at a Michelin star. Restaurant, MMME seasoned to perfection. Just the right amount of betrayal. I put the fork down. Now, here's how tonight is going to go. Option A, you two finish your dinner, get the fuck out my house, and I file for divorce Monday. Mark keeps the Benz, I keep everything else. Quiet, clean. Option B, I call my Auntie Val, who's downstairs in the lobby live streaming to the Buckhead Brunch group chat right now. Then I call Mama Saint Clair and play her the greatest hits of her precious son calling another woman baby while she thinks he's at Bible study. Your choice? Kylie dropped her fork and ran for the door. Found it locked. Started banging. I sipped my wine. Mark finally spoke. Voice cracked like a teenager. Ayanna, I fucked up. I'm sorry. I'll fix it. Therapy. Church. Whatever you want. I laughed. Real loud. The kind that echoes off 20-foot ceilings. You don't get it, do you? This isn't about fixing. This is about finishing. I pulled the manila folder from under the napkin holder. Inside, printed bank statements. $9,400 in lunches. $6,200 in hotel charges. $3,800 in Venmo to Kylie Brooks with notes like treat yourself princess. And the piece de resistance, the post-nup I made him sign 2 years ago, when he wanted to start that LLC. Infidelity clause. Automatic forfeiture of all marital assets to the non-cheating party. His daddy's lawyer wrote it. Thought it would never matter. I slid it across the table. Mark read it. Face went gray. Kylie was still crying at the door. I stood up, walked over, and unlocked it. Looked her dead in the eye. Next time you want to play grown-up games, make sure the wife ain't me. She ran, heels clicking all the way to the elevator. Mark was still staring at the papers. I took the Le Creuset, walked to the kitchen, and dumped every single oxtail into the trash compactor. Hit the button. The grinding sound was beautiful. Then I turned around. Keys. Wallet. Wedding ring. On the counter. Now, he did it without a word. I picked up his phone. Factory reset it right in front of him. You got 30 minutes to pack a bag. Security's changing the codes tonight. He stood up. Voice barely a whisper. Where am I supposed to go? I smiled. Ask your princess. She said the Whitley's nice this time of year. Saturday, 9 a.m. Lysandra met me at the firm with Starbucks and a bottle of Ace of Spades. We spent the weekend moving everything I loved into the new penthouse I bought cash in Midtown. Monday morning, Mark woke up to an email from her. Subject: immediate suspension pending investigation, inappropriate workplace relationship and misuse of corporate funds. Kylie was walked out at 10:17 a.m. Cardboard box. Security escort. By noon, the entire Atlanta professional black community knew. By 6 p.m. Mama St. Clair was on my voicemail, crying about family reputation. I blocked her too. 3 months later, divorce was final on a Tuesday. Mark got the clothes on his back and the 2011 Honda his cousin lent him. I got the condo sold at the next week for $300,000 over ask, the G-Wagon, the investment accounts, and the dog. Kylie moved back to Macon. Works at her auntie's nail salon now. Mark lives in a studio in Chambly. Drives Uber Black on weekends just to make the alimony. Me. I'm on a yacht in St. Lucia with Lysandra and Andy Val, waist deep in turquoise water. Sipping rum punch out of a pineapple. My phone buzzes. New text from an unknown number. I open it. It's a video. Mark in the Honda, crying, holding up a sign. I'm sorry, Ayanna. I miss my wife. I laughed so hard I almost dropped the phone in the ocean. Then I blocked the number, turned the ringer off, and raised my glass to the sunset. The oxtails are in the trash where they belong. And I'm just getting started.